Hello everyone, welcome to Tea with Ravi. In this session, let us go through some of the updates from the Atlassian ecosystem in the last 1 week. Now, the first update is surprising, at least for me. Now, Jira Work Management now has a premium tier, and I was trying to understand what exactly would be there in Jira Work Management Premium. Jira Work Management is actually quite good. I like it, and I think it is definitely usable, especially if you compare it with Jira Core on data center version of Jira, where you just create a simple project without any board or without any portal. It is just a project, which in a way is not bad because it has all the power of Jira. But Jira Work Management has those different ways of working. Like you can have a roadmap, you can have a calendar view, you can have a list view. So it is great and it is simple and it works. And now I was noticing this new update, and there I believe there is a blog post. But if you scroll down on this page, basically if you go to the Jira Work Management product page on Atlassian.com, you will find a table called as standard versus premium. So the main difference is I believe in the premium version there will be some additional features, which I believe in a way I think these features should be there. I think any new improvement should be there in both standard and premium version. But anyways, I think Atlassian is definitely trying to capture the market when it comes to giving away Jira for free with some basic features. But even if you're not really using basic features, if you are on standard plan, I think even the standard plan should have these features. So the first feature is overview, and overview is I believe it will be like probably on the reporting side, something similar to I believe Insight when you are on Jira software backlog or active board. So this is something which is live, and I will try to explore more. But apart from this overviews, there is also something called as approvals, which is coming soon, admin insights, which is again coming soon, sandbox, and release tracks. So these features are hopefully going to be added in Jira Work Management. It is still not there, but now we have a new tier, and I think I need to check how these features work, because if you are going for the premium plan, then these features should make sense, right? I mean, it should provide some value. So once I have more information on this, I will definitely let you know. Now, this week there are not many updates, but something significant happened last week. So last week we publicly announced our training portal. So if you go to training.sparxsys.com, you will find a few things. Number one, you will find our video courses, paid video courses. So we of course have a lot of videos on YouTube, and if you go to my website ravisagar.in, you will find a lot of courses which I will talk about in a minute. But I have been getting feedback, and a lot of people ask me for trainings, and that is why we spend time. I think we have been working on this for the last 2 years, and we are now live with it. So you will find, of course, number one, courses. For example, the very first course is the Jira Fundamentals, which we launched last week. You can purchase this course right now. It is available for everyone. And the objective of this course, Jira Fundamentals, is basically to help anyone who is interested in learning Jira or getting into Atlassian ecosystem. I think Jira is a very important tool, and you need to know what Jira is. And this course is based on, of course, my personal experience of not just using Jira and administering Jira, but also rolling out Jira for many organizations in the last, I believe, more than 15 years, 16-ish years. So this is number one. Apart from the video courses, you can also take a look at the upcoming trainings. So there is a calendar, and we have worked really hard on this. Whenever we have a new training, which is upcoming. Let us say a paid training. It could be one-to-one sessions. It could be live streams. It could be webinars. It could be interactive webinars. So you will find those details on the calendar. For example, if you look here in the month of August, we are planning 2 interactive webinars. So interactive webinars means that you will be able to take part, and you can also register for these webinars. And also we will have a community. So if you purchase these courses, you will have access to a private community where you can ask, of course, questions, and someone from our team would be there to help you with your queries related to that particular course. So this is something that I thought I'll probably highlight in this session one more time, although we have been talking about it, but we of course want to make and build more courses. For example, we have plans to apart from Jira Fundamentals, which is of course the main course, the very first course, but we also have these courses upcoming. The next course would be Guide to Start Your Atlassian Career. Basically, we want to help people who want to start their career in Atlassian ecosystem. And we'll have courses on mastering Jira software, Jira service management, work management. We will of course have a course on Jira Cloud administration, Jira Cloud automation, and EasyBI advanced roadmaps, Confluence fundamentals, Scriptner for Jira, Scriptner for Jira on data center. So these are the courses that we are going to launch in the next few months, and we have a goal. We have a target for this particular portal. We want to become the number one training/coaching provider for Atlassian tools in the industry, because not a lot of people are actually focused on trainings, and because we are independent, we are not really Atlassian partners. We can definitely, because our focus is not to just talk about the tools and features. We want to help you get the most out of these tools, and because we are independent consultants, we are not biased. So we will tell you when the tool is right and when the tool is not right for your use case, and that will of course reflect in our trainings. Now, talking about the courses, free courses, because I have been making videos on YouTube for many years, I have like a repository of these courses, and fortunately I have been organizing, and it is like an ongoing task. I have been organizing these courses on my website, ravisagar.in. So if you go to ravisagar.in/courses, you will find a lot of free courses. For example, if you want to learn Jira REST API, if you want to learn EasyBI, if you want to learn automation rules, if you want to learn, of course, Jira, not Jira, but Scriptner for Jira and Scriptner for Jira on data center. So you will find plenty of courses on my website, and these courses, of course, are free. Of course, there will be a difference between a free course and a paid course, but if you are still waiting for our upcoming training or course, do take a look at my free courses. You can definitely learn a lot. Now, the next update is not really an update, but I just wanted to share and talk about this wonderful app called Markdown, HTML, PlantUML, LaTex, diagrams, OpenAPI, and Mermaid. Now, because I have a lot of courses, I have written books, I produce a lot of content as well on a regular basis. I heavily use PlantUML and LaTex. And by the way, if you go to my other channel, which is BlackBerry Boy, I actually talk about these things in detail. So if you go to my BlackBerry Boy channel, you will find hundreds of videos on Emacs, org mode, Linux, PlantUML, and LaTex. And I create my presentations, I create my books using LaTex, and because it is nothing but a text file which you can version control, I do create all of my documents. For example, if I'm creating a process diagram for a client, I will of course use PlantUML, and then I will export it to PDF or PNG. But using this app, Markdown, HTML, PlantUML, LaTeX, diagrams, OpenAPI, Mermaid from Modus Create. You can actually insert those LaTeX or PlantUML based files, text files within your Confluence. This is wonderful. Usually I don't really, I do have a lot of videos where I have reviewed apps. And when I review apps, because I'm a consultant, it is my part of my role. I have to evaluate new apps because sometimes my clients, they ask me, we want to do this specific thing, can you please recommend an app? And I do recommend an app if the app is doing something very specific, like integrating with other tool or something which we cannot really achieve using other apps. I do have like a list of favorite apps, and I guess you all are aware of those apps. But from time to time, I do look at additional apps that I think can be useful. And this app is one such app which I can recommend. So do take a look at this app in case you are doing something similar on these lines. And by the way, if you're not using PlantUML and LaTeX, give it a try on my other channel, youtube.com/@BlackberryBoy. You will find a lot of tutorials. It will change your life. I can guarantee that. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is video of the week. In fact, a couple of videos that I want to talk about. Now, I keep an eye on Jira REST API, and Jira REST API is wonderful because you can interact with Jira, and you can do a lot of wonderful things with Jira using the Jira REST API. If you might be using Jira REST API to maybe pull out something from Jira, maybe do some automation, or maybe you're using Forge app to develop something, because you will be using the REST API. And there are, of course, I have like lots of videos on Jira REST API. In fact, I have a free course on Jira REST API where I have explained and showed you how to do things using REST API. But there are new endpoints that are getting released from Atlassian. Wonderful. I love this. And there are some endpoints related to dashboards. So now you can actually create a dashboard. You can also add gadgets to your dashboard, and this is wonderful because now we can do these things programmatically. So I started making these videos, and last week I made 2 videos. The first video was basically to help you how to retrieve the list of all the not gadgets but dashboards, and in the next video I showed how to create a dashboard. And of course I will be making more videos. I am doing it slowly and gradually, like doing one thing at a time. Let us create a dashboard, then let us add a new gadget. So do follow these videos in case you want to learn Jira REST API, which I think you should be, in case you are trying to do something additional apart from just boring Jira admin work. I mean, Jira admin is not really boring, but after a point it gets boring. And I have made few videos in the last couple of weeks talking about what next after Jira administration. So these are the updates that I wanted to talk about. Short session this week, but there is a session, and of course I will be making these weekly Atlassian updates video / podcast. And yes, I do have a podcast. If you search me on Google Podcast or Spotify, you will find me. So these weekly sessions, Atlassian update sessions are also there on the podcast, so you can listen to these updates instead of watching my beautiful face. All right, that is it from this week's Atlassian updates session. I hope you found this session useful and you also learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.